Hey, what's happening everybody, and welcome to Dad Play. Today I wanted to go back and revisit the ICE Poker Lounge, also known as DEXT. Now I did recently change the name back over from DEXT Poker Lounge with ICE in brackets, but I wanted to come back and do a secondary review of this because in my previous video, if you've seen it, you'll know that I tried to get involved in the game and wasn't able to because you had to be delegated one of the ICE NFTs before you can come over and play it. Either that or you have to own one yourself. Now, to put that into perspective, I was looking on the marketplace earlier and the ICE NFTs are currently going for probably in excess of about $4,000 or $5,000 US based on the current mana price. So to get your hands on one of those is probably going to be unlikely, so your best bet is to go and get yourself delegated. Now, how you're going to do that is you're probably going to want to go over to somewhere like Discord, or you can look on Twitter to find somebody, and I have been very lucky enough to be sponsored and delegated by Jeremy Oliver, and massive shout out to him. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to come back and re-review the ICE Poker Lounge, and without further ado, having played it for a couple of hours today, I just wanted to share some updates. So unlike when you come in as a visitor and when you have been delegated, you'll be able to come in and start looking at the game, and some of the things that you're going to notice on this screen is firstly that there's live daily challenges. So what you're going to do is, as you're going to play poker, you're going to want to see the river 10 times in this case, get some pairs, and you're going to start winning ICE, which is its own cryptocurrency. Also, you start off with 3,000 daily chips. Every day that will reset to 3,000. Obviously, if you've got more, I think you will keep hold of them, and you will get here your chip count resets daily. So if you run out, yeah, you have to wait. So what I've done today is I received 70 ICE and 17 ICE for completing these challenges, which are bundled down here, and the rest of it has come from winning hands in playing poker. So I've earned the 91, which has come from here. So at the moment it's only showing that I would have won 4 ICE from what I've won at the moment, but the big one is by playing, what happens is as you win more chips, you come up into tiers. So these different tiers, which are up here on the daily leaderboard, these are going to give you bonuses. So you can see here it's at 1.75 at the moment. Now, I was at the top 5%, but I'm guessing that now people have come on and things are getting busier, this net chips amount has been going up. So I'm guessing this works out based upon, and I think I saw this somewhere, it was saying something about, yeah, look, it's based on the total chip count that you need, and this is changing because it's dependent on basically how many people are playing the ICE challenges and how much chips they've got. So I'm guessing that this is going to be an average, so that will be the top 0 to 5% average of the highest chip holders or something along those lines. So yeah, so let's get into it. So we're going to go over now and get ourselves into a table because I want to show you a little bit about the gameplay on this. Now, the thing that you need to be aware of is this is all no limit hold'em, and at the moment it is massively busy. Finding a gap, and I've just found one right there, is quite difficult in some regards. But all you can do is come over and join in the next hand, and it's going to ask you how much you want to buy in. Now, I don't like being the person at the bottom of the chip pool, so we're going to go in with about 1,000, I think, on this as my buy-in, just so that I've got a little bit of power when it comes to calling people, and we'll see how we get on. So you'll see that it says over there that the available chips has now gone down because you'll see that I've bought in. It says over here in the top right corner that I've joined, so I'm now in. The camera's just gone all over the place. I recommend playing this one in first person mode because as you want to look at stuff, like you see, it's a lot easier to see it this way than if you're in third person. Obviously you're messing around with your camera, so get it into first person, press V if you don't know how to do that, and then you'll be dealt your cards, and then on the right hand side it's going to show you what people are doing, and it will move over to green once you've had your turn, and then obviously when you're like the blinds, it will be what you're waiting for. So this, as I say, it's no limit Texas Hold'em, and it really is, it's just as simple as everything. But what I would recommend is, I would say click the button itself rather than using keyboard shortcuts. I know earlier, and it does say at the bottom there, Decentraland Games ICE Poker is currently in beta. Now, it wasn't necessarily a bug, but one thing I found was that when I was pressing the F button to try to fold, sometimes it was calling, and that really messed up. So I was pressing F here when I was able to fold, and it just wasn't doing it. It was just calling, so that wasn't massively helpful. But you know, it takes time to get to learn these games and understand what's going on. But this is, in a nutshell, what it is like. It's kind of just really a simple poker game. It's really easy to see. I haven't had any problems with lag today at all, despite the amount of players that are playing. You can't, so those of you that like poker, I'll give you a review of it from a gameplay perspective. So, there's no point in calling that, is there? Nah, let's get rid of it. So from a gameplay perspective, you can't select your actions, so you can't do things like an immediate fold. Like if somebody calls, you have to wait for it to be your turn. I think the wait time for people to take their turn is very generous, and certainly when you've got a full table of people that are taking their time, it can take a fair while for the hands to finish. So it does take quite a while to do that. I mean, what I've got down there, so the river 10 times and the 15 times on pairs and the 170 ice earnings, I mean, I think that was all achieved in probably about an hour and a half, and I had a rotten start to this. I was getting absolute garbage hands. Even the best poker players in the world wouldn't have got anything out of them. I just wasn't hitting anything. So it's about an hour and a half, and I reckon you can get those top two done. And obviously the third one is complete luck of the draw about whether or not you get the three of a kind. You'll see over on the left hand side there, you can see the wearable that I've been delegated, and it says that I get a 7% bonus. I don't know where that comes up, because it certainly doesn't come up in your earnings, because there's nothing here that says about 7% bonus, so I'm not quite sure, unless that's something to do with your daily chip allowance or something. I mean, maybe that will be different on another day, like tomorrow or something. So I'm going to play for a couple of hands, but that is it for the gameplay side of it. It really is what you see is what you get in terms of a poker game. I recommend this. You know, before I was saying it is all pay to play to earn and things like that, and yeah, I would say it is worth it. I don't know whether or not the expected ICE earnings are going to be useful in the future. I mean, I don't know how that works at the moment. I'm assuming that when it hits midnight, it will all reset, and then you'll get a payout maybe sent to your wallet. Currently, at the time of recording this, I looked up that ICE is approximately 13 cents per ICE token. So, you know, that's 170 that will be going off to the wallet. Oh, and one thing I will say though, with delegation, so something that you might or might not be aware of. So if somebody delegates a wearable to you, they will take a cut of everything that you make. So whilst I've got 170 down there as my ICE earnings, what will happen is the sponsor that has given me that NFT wearable as a delegation, they will receive 30% of everything in terms of ICE that I make in a day, whereas I will keep 70%. So again, if you're thinking about it from an investment point of view, that's actually a pretty good investment, providing you've got a good player that's going to be working hard and getting in this top percentile of either the top 10% or top 5%. So there you have it, guys. That is the DEXT, or now ICE Poker Lounge. It's taken a while, I think, today to sort of get ahead and get the challenges done. It did take a good 4 hours worth of gameplay to get the three of a kind finished in the bottom corner. And one thing that has jumped out about today that I wanted to tell you about is that I have noticed that as the day has gone on, and certainly as it has reached around 3 PM UDT, when a lot of the West Coast countries like America have come online, I've noticed that these totals over here have been going up quite rapidly. So whereas I was sitting around the 0 to 5 and 6 to 10 rate, I've now dropped into the 11 to 15, and I expect by midnight I probably could even be sitting somewhere around the 16 to 20%. So So hopefully the sponsor doesn't mind too much, and still having a cut of what I managed to achieve at the end of this as being 371 in terms of ICE, which I was quite happy with. That works out about $45 on the day. So yeah, that is everything from here. So I hope that you found this content useful. If you have, please do comment, like, smash that subscribe button, and make sure that bell is turned on so you don't miss the videos. Now the videos are coming out every Tuesday and Friday right now at the moment at 7 o'clock UDT. Head over to Twitter at DadPlay for more information, more giveaways and more Decentraland fun. But for now, stay safe out there and enjoy the metaverse.